If you've got long form video content either sitting in your Google Drive, maybe your YouTube channel, or maybe your video podcast, you're missing out on a crucial growth strategy. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use OpusClip, which is an AI tool that makes it incredibly easy to take long form videos and clip them down into short form videos to go out across your social media channels. It's so easy to use, in fact, that you can create multiple clips from one video in less than 2 minutes. If you're new to my channel and we haven't met yet, my name is Melissa Mitchell. I am a YouTube strategist and coach that helps online entrepreneurs bring in leads and sales on the back end of their YouTube channels. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more weekly videos just like this one. Okay, so what exactly can OpusClip do? Well, it actually lets you upload a long form video either from like your Google Drive or your computer, or it lets you take a YouTube link and actually upload it straight into OpusClip. And from there, it actually takes your clip and chops it up into smaller video clips to go across your social channels. The cool thing about this is you can actually pick what length of clip you want. It'll auto caption it for you. It'll auto zoom for you. It highlights words for you. It does everything you need it to do to make really engaging short form videos for Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube Shorts. You name it, there is a way to make OpusClip work for you. And the best part about OpusClip is it actually uses AI to find the most engaging pieces from your long form video to clip it down into those pieces. So you're not just kind of like picking random pieces and throwing it up on the internet and hoping that it works. You're using OpusClip's internal AI to find those most engaging moments. And when we jump into my computer, I'll actually show you what this looks like. So instead of spending hours and hours using some fancy editing software, OpusClip allows you to, like I said, chop down those longer form videos in just minutes. So let's jump over into my computer so I can demo exactly how this works for you. Okay, so I am on OpusClip now. I'm just gonna head over into my dashboard so you can see what this looks like. So I am inside of my dashboard here, and right at the top, it's super easy to get started. You can either drop a link right in here, or you can upload from your computer or from Google Drive. So first I'm gonna show you how you can just upload, and then I'll show you how you can drop a YouTube link. So first I'm just gonna upload a video from my computer, and it's gonna take a couple seconds here to upload. Okay, so now that that is fully uploaded, you'll see that it's been added here, and then there's some different options. So if you come down here, it'll ask you AI clipping or don't clip. So if you wanted to add captions, or maybe you wanted to add in zooming effects or whatever it may be to a video that's already clipped down to the length that you want, then you could actually put don't clip and then pick your branding down here, and then it's all good to go. But if you want to actually clip it down, like what we're talking about in today's video, you're going to pick AI clipping, and then it's going to ask you a couple different things. So clip model, you can choose auto, which lets AI choose the optimal model or the optimal clips. You can clip anything, which is their newer kind of advanced clipping tool, or clip basic, which is great for talking head videos. So I'm just gonna say auto. Genre, I'm gonna just leave as auto. You could again come in here and change this if you want. You could change it to marketing if you wanted to. And then clip length is the really important part. So here is where you're gonna wanna choose what clip length do you want OpusClip to create for you. So if you're creating Reels, or you're creating TikToks, or you're creating YouTube Shorts, you might wanna keep them between the 30 to 60 second range, or maybe you wanna make it a little bit longer. Maybe you're taking like a really, really long podcast or something like that, and you want to clip it into smaller pieces to put in other podcasts, or whatever the case may be. You can choose your different lengths here. But for this case of this video, I'm going to pick 30 to 60 seconds because that is mostly what I want to do. You can also change the processing time frame. So say again that this was like a long live that you did with someone, and the first 10 minutes was, the countdown, or you were waiting for people to jump on or whatever. You could actually like clip out that first 10 minutes or that first 3 minutes if you wanted, so that you didn't use up your credits inside of OpusClip. So that's kind of a cool thing too. For this video, I'm obviously gonna just leave the whole time frame on. Next, what you're gonna come down here is there's quick presets and there's my template. So quick presets are presets that OpusClip has created for you that you can just use. So you can see there's a karaoke one, there's gameplay, there's a Mr. Beast one here. You can kind of like scroll through and see if any of these fit your kind of brand. But what I really, really love about OpusClip is that you can actually set up your branding inside of here so that every single time you upload something, it does it in your brand. So that's what my templates are here. You can see that I have mine set up right here, Wandermint, and I have my colors in there. I have my fonts in there, all of that stuff, so that every time I click that, it automatically creates things in my branding. So I'm just gonna click that here. And then when you come back up, if you've done all of these steps, you can just come up and hit get clips in one click. And it's gonna process your video for you. So now it just says project submitted successfully, and you'll see the estimated time for when it'll be completed here. They will also be sending you an email to the email that you use when you sign up to let you know that your clips are ready. So once this is done, you can kind of just let this do its thing and move on to another part of your workflow or your to-do list and come back to this once it's completed. Now, while we're waiting for that to process, I'm gonna show you a couple of the other different things inside of OpusClip. So if you come over to the left-hand side, you can obviously invite team members to your space here. You can come back to your home, which is what we're on right now. You can go into your brand template. So this is what I want to show you when it comes to setting up your branding inside of OpusClip. So if you come over here, you can see that you can set up all these different things. So at the top here, it'll show you all of your different brands. So you can either create a new template or you can edit the templates down here. So let's just edit this preset template 4 and fill this out together. So clip layout settings. So you can decide what aspect ratio you want OpusClip to clip your things down into. So 9:16, which is obviously for YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Reels. You can do 1:1s if you want. You can do 16:9s, which would be like little teasers for Facebook or LinkedIn, or you can do 4:5, which again would be more so for like Instagram, right? The larger profile that you now have there. But I'm gonna leave it as 9:16 because that is the majority of when I'm creating clipped pieces from my long form content that I want it to be clipped down into. Then you can decide what the layout is. And remember that these can be changed for every single one of your videos after this. Like once you pick these things, you're not stuck in these presets forever. You can change them for each individual video that it spits out. But this is just the default template that it's going to kind of use every single time. So I'm just gonna say fill because I want my whole video filling the whole screen. But if you had a podcast, for example, where you're doing a lot of interviews, things like that, you could actually have it as a split screen. And what that's gonna do is it's going to split you and your other guest in the screen, just like it's showing right here, which is really cool. But I'm gonna leave it as fill and take off split. Then down here, it's gonna say fill, fit, layout, crop, aspect ratio. Again, I'm gonna leave it as original here. Next thing is captions. So you can pick, again, the style of captions that you want. Do you want it to kind of have like a glow outside of it? Do you want it to be more of like a karaoke style? Do you want to have a highlighted box around it? Maybe you want like this fun kind of pink one, which could be kind of fun. I'm gonna leave it as that one. Then you can say overlay of a logo. So if you wanted your logo to be overlaid on every single one of your videos, you could actually find your logo and upload it here. I'm not gonna do that for this, just because for any of my repurpose videos, I never put my logo on it. You can also add an intro and outro. So again, if you are promoting a video podcast or something like that, or maybe you are working with a different brand who wants a specific intro, outro for your piece of content, you could upload that into there. You can also add music into here as well in the background. And then there are some AI features that you can turn on. So you can remove filler words, remove pauses, highlight AI keywords, which I'm gonna put on there. I'm also gonna put on remove filler words. You can also turn on emojis on or off. So I'm gonna put those on, and then auto generate stock B-roll. Now, this is something that is still relatively new to OpusClip, and it's not 100% accurate. Sometimes when I put this on, I find that the stock B-roll isn't that great. So I usually leave this off on the actual template itself. And then when I'm in each individual video, if I decide that I want to put it on, I can. Same thing with auto transitions. I like to put these on or off depending on, what kind of videos I'm creating. But for this one, let's leave it on just so you can see what this might look like. Okay, there we go. So now this looks pretty good to me. What I'm gonna come back and do is, I forgot to show you in the captions here, you can actually change the fonts. So we can change the color. Maybe we want it to be blue, right? And then you can also change the effects. So do you want it to be in the middle, the top, the bottom, or custom? So I'm just gonna leave it as auto, and I'm gonna have it bounce as well. And then let's change the highlighted word Actually, I kind of like the green. Let's leave that. So that's how you kind of set up a template. You can hit save here. And then every time that you upload a video, you can choose this template and it's going to add those settings every single time. Now, if we come back over into the left-hand side again, you can come into your asset library. So again, this is just going to be more stuff about your brand. So those logos that we talked about, if you wanted those to be up on every single one of your videos, you could upload those here. If you had a custom font you wanted it to use, you could upload that here. Any other intro videos that we talked about can go here. Any curse words or anything that you didn't want them to leave in any of your content, if you wanted it to be blurred out, you could actually add the censored word list here. So lots of things you can do to really customize this to you and your brand, which is really fun. The next thing that I think is pretty cool with OpusClip is their calendar. So I'll show you how this works once the video is actually done and created, but you can actually schedule out your clips that OpusClip creates for you straight to your social media platforms right inside of OpusClip. So no need for like a third-party tool here, which is really, really cool. And then the last part is analytics. So again, this is coming soon. So you'll kind of see this roll out in the future. If you're watching this video, it may already be rolled out depending on when you're watching, but this is going to be a really cool feature coming soon here as well. And then of course your social accounts. So you can add all of your different social accounts here and we'll show you how that works once this video is completed. All right, so now you'll see that my video has been completed. So I'm going to click on it here. And it's going to bring up all the different clips that it found from that video, which is really cool. Now, what I love about OpusClip is it automatically finds the best moments that it thinks will do the best on the social media platforms, right? So, and it gives you a score here. So if you actually hover over it here, it says the viral score, the likelihood that this video will go viral on Shorts, TikTok, and Reels, which is really cool. So 99% is what it's saying on this one. Let's just listen to it and hear what it says.
You've spent hours crafting the perfect piece of content. You've poured your heart and your soul into either this long form video, this blog, this podcast, but now you sit down and realize that you have to create content for all your other social media platforms too. How can you maximize the impact of your content without doubling your workload? Well, that's what we're going to be covering in today's video. These are the best content repurposing tricks out there that every single business owner should know. Everything from transforming long-form YouTube videos to smaller TikToks and Reels to transforming a podcast into blogs and social media captions. You've spent hours.
Okay, so pretty good, right? So you can kind of go through and review all of these different clips. And if there's some part of it that you don't love, you can actually go in and edit it. So let's do the second one here so we can see what this looks like. Down here, there's this edit clip button. So if you click this, it's going to bring up the editing tool that allows you to make changes to what OpusClip has automatically picked for you. So here you go. Let's go through some of the different options here. The timeline is at the bottom, of course, where you can kind of change things around. At the top here is your actual preview of your video. And then at the top here, you can actually adjust some things. So aspect ratio. So remember in the default, we chose 9:16. So we can change this again for each individual video if we wanted. For example, let's say I watched this video and I was like, you know what, I actually want this to be a Facebook teaser instead, and I want it to be 16:9. No problem, I just hit that and it changes it for us. Same thing here, if I wanted this to change and maybe I wanted to fit it or I wanted to split or anything like that, I could do that as well. Down here, I could crop something. So if I said, I just actually want myself to be a little bit closer, I can do that. Here you can add, again, a logo or an image over top. So maybe you wanted your logo on some videos, you didn't want it on others. You have the option of adding that in here as well. So let's play this here and see what we might need to fix.
But make sure you stay until the very end of this video because I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite tools that actually allows you to.
Okay, so for example here, if you come back where I said my favorite tools, if this was going to be a video for Facebook, this emoji here is kind of covering that. So I could just click on it in the timeline here and then hit delete and it would get rid of that for me. Same thing with this stock B-roll. If I decided, you know what, I don't really like this B-roll, I can actually come up and I can delete this as well, but I'm gonna leave it in for now.
So grab your favorite beverage, cozy on up, and let's get started. Okay, so number one.
Okay, perfect. So let's come to the end and hear what that sounds like.
Tools to do this. You can check out the YouTube cards above.
So again, I can come here, come up to the emoji and hit delete. And now let's say that this video maybe was too long and I wanted to shorten it, I could just pull at the very edge here and make it shorter. If I wanted to cut a piece out of it, I could hover my cursor down on the timeline here, come over to the side, the left-hand side where it says split, and I would actually be able to split the clip right there, then move it to the next piece that I wanted, hit split again, and then you could actually delete that whole section. So you can actually come in here and really make this customizable to you and what you want to have happen for each individual video. Now on the right hand side, there are a couple more options in the toolbar here. So there's AI Advanced. This is all the different AI things that we can change. So if you didn't want auto transitions on, if you didn't want AI keyword highlighter, you can auto generate B-roll stock footage. There's a speech enhancement one here that you can do. There's so many different things, removing pausing or removing filler words. So you can play around with all these different options. Again, under the captions, you can change the captions for each individual video. Again, the fonts and the effects. You can upload anything again. So this is where you would upload those different images or videos or audio that you'd want to overlay on the video. You can change the brand template. So for example, maybe you accidentally hit the wrong brand template when you were uploading the video in the first place. No worries, you can come in here and change it if you had multiple different brand templates. There's the B-roll option here, transitions, again, if you wanted to have some fun transitions in there, text if you wanted to add some different text over your video, music, and AI hook, which is really fun as well. So you can actually type in a hook here and AI will create a speaker or a voiceover for you to play over top of your video. So lots of fun things to kind of play around with when it comes to OpusClip for each individual itself. And once the video is completed and it's exactly where you'd want it to be, you can hit save changes and say keep and save. And it will actually start processing that new video for you with all the different changes. Okay, so now once all of the videos are edited and the way you want them to look, the next thing you can actually do is you can download the video, of course, which will just download it to your computer for you then to upload it into your social media scheduler of choice or to your social media platform. Or like I showed you earlier, you can actually post to your desired platforms right inside of OpusClip. So if I was gonna just do that, I would hit post to platform, and then it would bring up all the different platforms that you have created that you have attached inside of OpusClip. So for example, let's say that I wanted it sent to my Instagram here as a reel. So now what it allows you to do is create the actual caption for it itself. It will create a mock-up caption for you, an AI generated caption. You can hit regenerate post and it'll kind of do it for you or come up with a different option for you. Or you can just delete this altogether and of course put in your own caption. Then you can hit select time and decide when do you want this to be scheduled. So maybe I want this scheduled on Friday at 6 a.m. and you can hit schedule and it will actually put it onto that calendar that I showed you earlier. So if I come over into calendar, you'll see that that has now been scheduled on Friday and it is ready to go out to my social platform. So that is how you use OpusClip as an all-in-one tool and how you can create so much content in 2 minutes or less. All right, how simple was that, right? I was able to create multiple clips in less than 2 minutes. This has been an absolute game changer in my workflow when creating content. Now imagine what this would be like if you plugged this tool into a complete content repurposing system. Think about how much you could get done with just 4 videos per month. And that is exactly what I show you how to do inside of my video multiplier program. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what that program entails, make sure to click the link below to check it out. Now, if you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite AI tool is. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.